Hi guys, welcome back to the Matrix of Life channel, and this evening I'm going to analyze the matrix of one of the most famous prophets, the Nostradamus here. What is matrix? First of all, matrix is sort of analogy of your natal chart, of how you was born. Let's say that's new method invented in Russia by Russian psychics. And here we go. Matrix can say us a lot of things. Also, it can say us each person have some sort of supernatural gift, like ability to read, ability to read signs, ability to channel information, or ability to see prophetic dreams, and so on. This could be easily detected by matrix, and unlike astrology, the basic matrix, you don't need to know the time of birth, the place of birth. All you need is just the day of birth, month of birth, and year. That's it. And so many information you can extract from this without the other details. Of course, there is advanced matrix as well, based on your surname, surnames of your parents. This is ancestral matrix. There is matrix of resources, so many of them. But we will be talking about basic today. Link on calculation of the basic matrix you will find in description box below. This is the site of my teachers where I was learning matrix, one of the schools, because I have been graduated from 3 different matrix schools, and I have very different tools here to work with matrix. And I build in matrix manually. I'm not using calculator because working with matrix, I'm also working in a channel. I'm channeling information on a person. But you can go to the site, which I mentioned, enter his date of birth, and have better picture in front of your eyes, better energies about which I will be talking about. So first of all, when we trying to figure out if someone has this psychic gift or ability, which energy he have, and we're reading all energies in the matrix through the planetary energy, and his planetary energy was energy 21. About energy 21, there was one delightful video before I dedicated to this energy. You know, if you have this energy in planetary position or somewhere in significant position of your matrix, what is your task? To accept, to learn and accept cultural differences, religious differences, to establish good contact with very different people, to understand their customs and everything. Was Nostradamus fulfilling this? Yes, he traveled a lot. At times he escaped from France. I think he traveled really a lot. Like Netherlands, Italy. So he was fulfilling this, learning from these cultures, from these natures and so on. But this is nothing about being a psychic. This is nothing about helping many people, because usually those people who have this clairvoyant sign, they have energy which says they come to earth to help many people, many different people. Here, that's a traveler. That's a traveler and person who gonna learn from other people. Okay, now let's take a look. I want you to pay attention to the karmic tale and its energies. Looking at karmic tale, sometimes you have such energies which sort of forbidding you from going into this esoteric topic, from channeling, from making predictions, from this everything. It's like a block. What you shouldn't do in this lifetime if you have these energies in your karmic tail. And which energies he have here? Take a look. 15 in karmic tail, that's past life. 5 and 8. And now, guys, let me translate this energy for you. In past life, it means that this person in past life was doing really devilish bad things, covering this everything with divine name, and on like a justice level. Let me, this word, I made a lot of legislative level. So devilish sins were done under the cover of divine at legislative level, even at some time. This karmic tale, in a lot of cases, it says about a person who was false spiritual teacher, who was really false spiritual teacher. And I would just love, to analyze karmic tales of those readers who bullshitting about twin flame concept and the only one soulmate concept. I would just love to analyze their matrices, because I bet 90% of cases we will be dealing with the fake false spiritual teacher there. Now I'm studying at ACI 5 course, and at this course, lesson 4, they saying about few consequences, and one is sort of consequence of habit, which you getting in this present life. It's 3 different bodies: mind, thoughts, mind, speech, and thoughts. Mind, speech, and thoughts. You got in this at 3 levels. Habitual. And according to this habitual, people who were doing this in past life, these very bad things, for them it's very difficult to resist from doing this again in this lifetime. I am dealing with my own karmic tale, and I could tell you this is not easy, especially all the other people. They gonna just pull you there to follow this road, which you never should follow. But people, obstacles will be, this way, so you will be dragged into your karmic tale. In my case, karmic tale is different. It related to politics, so I shouldn't involve myself in politics. But from very early age, a lot of different tests were there. So here, a false spiritual teacher, he shouldn't become, but just this habit, karmic habit, this so-called karmic habit from past life. Just because of this, he becoming him a hand. And you know what's happening if you giving up to your weakness in this lifetime, repeating same mistake. Next time, most likely, you're gonna incarnate as a dog or animal, or in spirit realm, dark spirit realm, or in hell you're gonna incarnate, guys. So if you have this karmic tale and you want to do jumbo mumbo taro mero whatsoever and blah 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 to many people, I would be thinking 5, 7, 10, 15 and 50 times before doing this. People, especially people with this karmic tale, because next lifetime you most likely gonna born as a dog who can only bark, can hold a pen, and can deceive people with the fake spiritual teachings and fake spiritual knowledge. So that's it. Fake spiritual knowledge, fake spiritual teacher, fake spirituality. Okay. At which else positions we are looking when we're trying to detect if someone is psychic or not? We're looking, we're looking at first soul contract and at second soul contract. And at visit card, of course, we're looking as well. Visit card, energy number 14. This is energy of poets, of very creative people, of designers, of people of art. People who really write good poetry, good literature. They are very You know, they're very great with their words, with the imaginary word, with imagination. These people very mysterious and sort of really good diplomats. They want for all people to live in peace and happy and this everything. But this is nothing to do with being a psychic energy. This is energy of poets, of very beautiful, creative people, people of art, but not a psychic. Next, let's take a look at his first soul contract. And here we have energy 25 and energy number 7 as a result. Again, 7, this energy of go-getter, of achiever, and this is very earthly energy, still at the level of the body, not at the level of the spirit, okay? This is very like body-like level energy number 7, and go-getter, achiever, a person who should achieve something in their life. In Earth, first calling, first contract, energy number 5. In Earth realm, what the soul supposed to do? To create family, build a family, happy, harmonious, have kids, and succeed in a family life. Because in previous lifetimes, this person, and especially with this energy number 5, this person did not succeed with a family, with having partner, with having official spouse, with having kids, with having normal life. This person didn't succeed in previous life. So in this lifetime, they should succeed with this, build a family. To build a family, that's one of their goals. And on spiritual level here, because some of you might be deceived at times, some of you write me to Instagram and ask, isn't he even a reader by the book? No, guys, he isn't a reader even by the book, because this energy is about completely different tasks. It's not about reading by the book. At spiritual level, how he should achieve these goals? He should continue, keep going with his family dynasty, and he succeeded in this as well. First base, first soul contract passed. If it wasn't passed, he wouldn't live more than 40 years old. He would be removed from the matrix. Remember Princess Diana case. But he succeeded with this task, even though this energy number 5 test, remember, all his family died and kids during epidemic. How do you think why they died? They died because he was doing what he not supposed to do, according to his karmic tail. And we have here energy 5 as well, which affects his family. His bad deeds on his karmic tail affects his family. So he is losing his wife, his kids. In epidemic, being a doctor, he was not able to protect them. And how the hell he survived? He survived because he was successful in these 2 tasks. But he messed up with Matrix here. And Matrix said, okay guys, okay dude, if you go in against the flow, if you go into forbidden, okay, let's give you a lesson. Let's see if you're gonna understand this lesson from the first attempt. Try it. So, wherever you go against your karmic tail, repeating same mistake again and again, over and over again, when you go in against this, they say you with this karmic tail, don't do this and that and that, you must stop in this, but you're repeating, you're getting punished by the matrix. So he got punished by the death of his family. And by the way, and his reputation as well as a doctor here. So energy number 20 here is to continue the family dynasty. And take a look, he has this energy at money channel 2. What does this mean? This person is very intuitive in detecting money sources. If you have this energy on your money channel and you poor, dudes, you using your intuition wrong. You using maybe your intuition trying to figure out who is the future wife of John Cook. But you're not using it to detect where your money actually laying, where your basket with eggs, okay? Where is it? So you're supposed to use your intuition to detect where money is and go after that, okay? Here we go. Let's take a look at the second, his second soul contract here again. Male, female, 7-7, and general energy, again, energy 14. This is about literature, this is about beautiful being a dancer, this is about music as well. Really great musicians with this energy, poets. And here, he succeeded. He filled this contract again. How he felt? By writing his predictions in a poetry form, in form of poetry, in form of quatrains. He passed second base, but again, he was going against his karmic tail because he could write a poetry and say it's poetry, but he decided why not to add few more lies and pretend that I'm great psychic and that I am predicting things through centuries and centuries and centuries. And I wrote myself a few notes here on him being a poet, which I want to read to you. Because I don't remember all names and references, so I wrote it down for myself when I was working with his biography and with his matrix. So in the preface to prophecies, his poetic prophecies, Nostradamus himself noted, himself, I described as many future events as events of the past and present. Really tricky, right? Fake spiritual teacher. Really sounds tricky, yeah? Try to explain this. I described as many, it's like a fog, you know, and if you, in your previous lives, you was deceiving people a lot, at the level of birthplace, you're gonna be born in a country with a lot of fogs. So you can draw parallels sort of in United Kingdom where a lot of fogs, it's a foggy place, a lot of liars incarnating there, actually, and cheaters and deceivers. Because this we're studying now at the ACI 5 course. It's open for anyone. You can go, if you donate into this project, you can learn there at the courses for free. You can go learn it yourself. It's not what I created from my mind. It's written in an ancient books that if you lie into 7 people, you're gonna be incarnated somewhere in a foggy place, dudes. Anyway, this sounds so foggy to me. That is, Nostradamus took certain events. He took certain events in the past from history, changed names and placed names in them. He just changed, replaced names. Although he often did not do even this. Sometimes he even didn't bother to change names. Okay? And then he rhymed them in the future tense. So he took events of the past from history, changed like Alexander Makedonsky name on some other name. Sometimes he didn't even bother, just Alexander stayed Alexander, but without Makedonsky, for example. And he rhymed and wrote as he is writing this about future, because you know our entire history, it's like moving on a spiral, and you don't need to be clairvoyant, you don't need to be psychic, you don't need to be anything of these to guess that events gonna repeat themselves. Because even in our mini life, we sort of tend to repeat mistakes of our previous life about which we even don't remember. And same with the history. This everything like on a huge level of collective karma, events keep repeating themselves. Epidemics, as we have it now of this COVID, it keeps repeating itself. Before it was plague, before it was something else. It keeps repeating. So, and universe sort of trying to see how we learn the lesson, or we need more of downloads. So here we go, and he reamed them very talently. These events of past written in the future tense, okay? And it is no coincidence that Guillaume Apollinaire, I hope I pronounce it right, Guillaume Apollinaire, in one private letter called him a great poet, but not a great psychic. But here's what's interesting. Of all the events, Nostradamus chose those that could happen again, as I said you. Let's say that at all times there have been people who have gone from a simple warrior to the ruler of the country. Therefore, the Quatrains is his poetry, describing the biography of Julius Caesar, and they were later perceived as a prediction of the fate of Napoleon. And in 20th century of Hitler, they were associated with. So from a short dress to a long one. And Nostradamus sort of has many such turns in his quatrains. He was just choosing common events and rewriting them as like pretending he's speaking about future. And here we go again. I made few notes on his life events here, and with matrix analysis of energies and calculations. The deep conviction of Nostradamus that he is the one who destined to open the veil that hides the future in a scientific way. So you see, he tried here logically to predict, and that was very naive, just copying. But what's interesting, he started making this almanac, sort of journal, monthly journal about future events, like will this year will be fruitful, when you should plant wheat, when you should plant rice, when you should plant other vegetables. First of them issued at the age of 47 years old, and in year 1550, and that were energies 15, 7, 8, devil energies of deceiver. Remember my video on energy number 15 here, matrix energy. And his quatrains seen the world in 1555, and there was 1855 energies, and 18 energy of what? Of fog and illusions, moon energy. So false knowledge was issued, and sort of the date when his predictions were printed, issued, and seen the world. Entire date speaks that was sort of illusionary knowledge. Knowledge full of illusions, of deceptions and fog. So nothing concrete. You see, in first case with his monthly astrological predictions, it was under influence of the devil energy, and his motivation was to grow his cash flow. Anyway, he never suffered from, like, financially. He was developed gradually, never suffered that much financially here. So his second calling, he fulfilled it. all three soul contracts. Now we're looking at his third eye chakra energies, which as well says us about presence or absence of psychic clairvoyant energies and abilities. And here at his third eye chakra, 8, 4, 12. Nothing supernatural, nothing which gonna say us about him being a clairvoyant. Nothing at all. And at his crown chakra here, connection to universe energies, 14, 12, 8. Again, nothing supernatural. Zero. Absence of energies which make you to see future, and especially at the third eye is very grounded energy. Number 4, Emperor's energy. This one is very, heavy energy to have on your third eye. This is sort of very practical man who sees how to make money, man who sees how to cure person, but not man who sees through centuries ahead on what's gonna happen. Not at all. So here, my personal conclusion, based on his matrix, what it says, he was really a great poet who decided to add to his poetry a bit of mystery because of his karmic tale of false spiritual teacher. He just decided to add a bit of flavor, this mysterious flavor. And when he issued these Chakrans, they were not that popular because people read them and were sort of like, what's that delirium? Me, myself, I read his Chakrans at the age of 10, I think, and I was sort of asking, what the hell? You can connect this to anything, literally to any event. You can connect it even to the local event. You can make it to fit in. What the hell is this prediction? And his predictions reminds me in a way all these videos on Jungkook future wife or twin flame, like Jungkook is posting sea pictures. He's calling his twin flame from overseas. And even if his twin flame is local one, they're gonna find somehow a river to just to fit in, like he's calling her from overseas, to river between the cities or between parts of the city. And such delirium, like you can make it fit, and people were really watching this, like, what the hell is this prediction about? Or he put a picture with a sword. This means he has clear, total clarity about who is his future. And it's like, my God, guys, are you channeling? Or you writing some sky fiction novel? And same with Nostradamus. That's the same absurd, because I have read his entire book of the Chakrans, and I was like, and which one here about Napoleon, and which one here about Hitler? What the hell? Anyway, this devil energy he definitely had in minus in his karmic tales, that he wanted, to make this fuss about his prophecies, so-called prophecies. But how it all started, his success, from what it came to him. There was one of, first he issued them in 1555. They were not successful. They were not popular at all, because people are gonna read this and like, what the hell is hallucination is this? I'd better go and read maybe some love novel or some cookbook. But what sort of hallucination is this? Like the sun is shining, lion goes to the shore. I can write you dozens of such predictions. I want even to make an experiment writing as Nostradamus, and that's enough of political news nowadays to copy, which already were in past, to copy them and like to make this, and then say, see, it fitted. My God, no. But I want this experiment because I love to prove people my point with some practical case. And here we got his cat ran about Henry II, and he died at the duel. After this event, his cat runs became so popular, so incredibly popular. His cat runs became. So what does this cat run say? That the young lion will overcome old in a duel, but Montgomery was only 6 years younger than Henry II. And for that age, we're talking about, I think, 14th century, right? He was living at. Like younger, it must be 20 years difference, minimum. A 6 years difference was like almost, at the same page, people. But okay. No one of them used lion's emblem. So who this lion's supposed to be? But people pulled it, attached it to Henry II. Okay, the Chakra says that young lion will gouge out old lion's eyes. Not one eye as it happened at duel, but 2 of them. But who cares if it fits? Let's make it fit, in a golden cage. And golden cage they decided to interpret as a helmet. When golden cage could be, any. But Henry II, his helmet wasn't gold. And so the helmet of Montgomery, it wasn't gold. So why is this? From where this golden cage came? At least he can write in shining cage. Then it would be sort of closer, warmer. Anyway, finally, the cryptic expression Deux classes une, of people who knows Latin, I hope I read it right. 2 feet 1. The word classes in this Latin expression in the prediction of Nostradamus usually were interpreted as a Latin classes, and this is fleet. But in this case, just to make it fit, they decided to take Greek word for classes, and that's gonna be fracture. And 2 fractures in one, like fracture of spear and injuring of a king's eye, like 2 fractures in one. Just to make it fit. Instead of fleet, they decided to interpret this word not in a Latin way, but in Greek way, and just to make it fit. Definitely someone tried really hard to make it fit, to make this prediction fit. So 2 fleets in one, 2 fractures in one. They replaced 2 fleets in one with 2 fractures in one. And it's finally fitted. But the cherry on the top of this cake was a case I found that in December 1561, Nostradamus was invited to the court of the Duke of Savoy in Nice to make horoscope for newborn heir Charles Emmanuel. Nostradamus predicted him career of a great commander. After all, his father was a great commander. So what we expected from Nostradamus to really activate his third eye chakra, which he don't have clairvoyant energies at. And so he predicted, okay, your father was a great commander. Okay, you're gonna be great commander as well. And so he predicted this. Was, for me, it was like cherry on the top case. But he badly missed. because this Charles Emmanuel never became a great commander. And one more interesting case. Once monks invited Nostradamus as a great prophet of the entire century country. Everything monks invited. You can Google this story actually. They invited him to investigate because someone stole golden utensils from the church. And they asked his help as a prophet in terms of help us to find the people who steal, or at least help us to find this gold. Where is this? In which city is this? To give us a lead, sort of, you know. And real psychics, they often are working with detectives, trying to search for missed people, and in 80% of cases, they really hit in this. But Nostradamus, he wrote very abstract letters, sort of astrological portrait of those people who have stolen this, with no idea, with a very foggy idea of where they should search for this gold, not telling like this gold most likely gonna be near this city or that city. No. A very foggy letter it was. So it gives a clarity about his psychic abilities, sort of like, what this is what is this? Like, are you kidding? So, and this gold case with gold, it stay like unsolved, sort of. But this letter he sent to them, you can Google for this and to read this exact letter, how he replied in. It gives you really, you know, this great illustration of energy number 15 in his matrix, and this devilish energy being a devil and deceiver. So guys, and he lived 62 years only. Why he lived 62? Why? Because he completed all his 3 soul contracts. You know, first soul contract we should complete till 40 years old. Second soul contract we should complete by 60 years old, and third soul contract, which is planetary energy, we should work on constantly our entire life, any time, any place. It affects us. We're working with this. He had a chance to live more, actually, if he didn't violate his karmic tail energies. If he didn't, he might live even up to 70 years old. Unfortunately, he didn't. He got 2 years extra for fulfilling, like a bonus he got for fulfilling all his 3 tasks, soul contracts. And Matrix said, but no more, because you violated this. And said, enough. Okay, time to go and to learn these energies again, because he failed on doing this. And as I said, in next lifetime, most likely such person will be incarnated as a dog or a cat, or in hell, or in dark spirits realm, and so on. So that's Nostradamus. To me, like Vanha is here as clairvoyant and really a person who was able to see something, to channel something, and Nostradamus is somewhere there. Like, he was a really great poet. He wrote this delicious poetry, mysterious one. So I'm accepting my choice to work with Catrans, with his predictions, with beautiful poetry, at times inspiring, you know, inspirational. But I wouldn't be tying his Catrans seriously, taking, trying to figure out what Catran says about what, because this everything written based on past events, not about future events. It's like with probability. But again, he was telling about himself. He had this deep conviction that he is the one who destined to open the veil that hides the future in scientific way. And this scientific way just to describe already past events, and that's it. So I hope I'm not missing. And when he died, the day of death, 2nd of July. And second, this high priestess energy, she's a liar and deceiver as well. So he died on the when energies of liar were so strong of a person who's wearing a mask. Why is this negative? Because she have a positive traits as well. But we're talking about death event. So when death event is happened, that means liar and deceiver passed. And combined with his visit card energy number 14, 14 plus 2, that's energy number 16, that's tower actually energy, and this is death, again, total destruction. So he dies. Visit card of his compatibility with the matrix of the day he died. Liar and deceiver, gone. And a few more interesting things here. I already mentioned about him constantly traveling. Yeah, about this poetry thing. And he married 2nd time, remember. So he succeeded and here. Like, even though Matrix punished him, he got married and had kids 2nd time. So he didn't stop and he did the right thing here. Because you remember from example with Princess Diana. But what's interesting, he started to write this utterance and poetry after 40 years old. Before he was actively practicing this, being a doctor, and was just studying astrology, languages and so on. But actively he started writing these predictions during his 2nd soul contract. During this energies of poetry. Energies of being a poet here, guys. So I hope you understand now. And this poetry energy in his crown chakra, if you have it on your crown chakra, no, you can channel inspiration, I mean like dreams, and put words together in a very nice, beautiful way and become a poet, maybe if you have this calling. And with this energy 14 here. Okay. One more interesting year I set for analysis here. Then when one of the dukes asked him to appear and sort of wanted him to report about his methods of curing people, because he was using some sort of innovative methods to cure plaques, sort of washing fruits, washing hands, not as doctors in tradition used to. But because his family died, his first family died, it makes other people suspicious about his methods of curing plague, okay, and all these innovations. But he knew that he might be, he sensed that he might be punished or locked in jail or even killed. So he ran away abroad. And a year when this all happened, because he lost his family and this duke asked him for response for his actions, called him for response. It happened in year 1538. 1538, I analyzed. He was living under the influence of matrix energies. Number 3, 9 and 12. 12 is victim energy, becoming a victim of loneliness. Number 9, and losing his empress and kids. Progeny here. So total victim of loneliness, losing his kids and everything. And he decided sort of being victim no more and run away to abroad. Actually fulfilling this soul contract and working on it. Very interesting life he had. I stuck, I think, for 5-6 hours analyzing his matrix. Only 4 hours sort of putting this together, but 2 extra hours on reading of his biography from different sources, on again reading his quatrains and this everything. I hope you liked and enjoyed this video. I will be waiting for your comments. If you want me to make more videos like this about different psychics, or so-called psychics and prophets, leave your comments with your suggestions as well. I need more support to this video, so I will be making continuation of this matrix series. I want this to be as popular as Jungkook Future Wife! Yay! Because this is really, really great too, guys. Matrix is really great too, and I hope that with your support here, we can share this knowledge with the rest of the world, so other people will also learn about Matrix and how to use Matrix to make their life happier and their choices more conscious. Okay, guys, I wish you everything the best and hope to connect with you in my next videos. Bye bye.